Feeling chilly? SG Heating and Cooling. Fixing it right, day or night. SG Heating and Cooling is located at 7005 Cooley Lake Road in West Bloomfield. SG offers free estimates on new equipment and 0% interest financing for up to 18 months. Eligible equipment qualifies for rebates from Consumers Energy and DTE. SG will clean your furnace, verify it is working properly, and perform a safety inspection for only $59. SG also offers duct cleaning and sanitizing starting at $300. You can find us on the web at sgheatingcooling.com or call 248-242-6730 today for all of your heating and cooling needs. SG Heating and Cooling, fixing it right, day or night. 248-242-6730.
Do you remember turning 18? Do you remember feeling independent? Was it a cause for celebration? Well, this week, 4 young adults in the state of Michigan will arrive at the age of independence and will lose the support of the foster care system that has seen them through some of the hardest times in their lives. They are tough and intelligent. Some will land on their feet no matter what. But let's talk about how much better the world would be if all of them had the support that allowed you to celebrate your independence. The question is, what can you do? Unring the Bell is a weekly show Tuesday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. right here on Cave Radio. We will be featuring interviews and in-studio guests geared towards creating a support system for these young adults that gives them the best chance to land on their feet and truly celebrate their independence. We will be exploring ways to use the trades, music, art, and technology to unring the bell, and we invite you to join us Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Be there.
You're listening to CRBRadio.com. The words and opinions you are about to hear are of the hosts and do not reflect the management, sponsors, or affiliates of Cave Radio Broadcasting.
Coming to you live a stone's throw from the Motor City and courtesy of Cave Radio Broadcasting Studios in fabulous Redford, Michigan. This is The Real Nonsense. Your host, Dr. Chris Rogers, and Miss Melody Walker. Today's episode is brought to you by Melodic Retirement Services, LLC, where young or old, it is never too soon to plan for the future. Give Melody a call at 248-301-2439 and start planning for your future today. And now, with The Real Nonsense, your host, Dr. Chris Rogers.
All right, we're back on. Mel's back. Yay. I miss Mel. Mel's been gone for a minute. Mel, you been gone for how long?
No, just last week.
No.
And then the week prior I was here, but then the week before that I was in Las Vegas for Thanksgiving. So that's probably what you're feeling of the
roll the turkey, huh?
You know, time is going by fast. It seems like since we've started the podcast, Saturdays are quicker now every 7 days.
I know, right? It comes really quick.
It does.
Yeah, great.
So I'm happy to be back. Happy to be
how was Vegas?
Healthy and safe and sound. Vegas is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to go somewhere hot for my birthday though.
Vegas is hot.
I mean, it's hot, but
I mean hotter.
Yeah,
hotter than Vegas.
Hotter, better.
Oh yeah,
nicer. No,
I would have enjoyed Vegas. I haven't been out of Detroit in like 3 years, so I would have enjoyed it.
I don't know how good your Spanish is.
We should do a real nonsense trip to Vegas.
Wow.
Ooh. 2022. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? Yeah, that'd be live.
Nice.
Right on the strip. Just do it.
Just
broadcast live right there.
Together. Yeah, we should go. Yeah. I don't know. I'm spontaneous like that.
I mean, I play poker, so yeah, I'm down.
Oh,
yeah, we're going international.
Okay.
Yeah,
and I was going to ask you. I mean, I don't know how good your Spanish is, but I can't recommend Costa Rica enough.
Well, you know that's what we have Google Translation for. Because I was in Puerto Rico, like, how do you say? Where the 420 at? No,
hey, I can say hola, ¿cómo estás? Yeah, I'm
Google Translation is everything.
Yeah, really? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to know it; just Google it right there on the spot.
Yes,
hold on, just say hold on 1 minute. Let me.
Yeah, and then by the time you say it, then they say it back. Oh.
Tourists.
Yep, they got it.
Yeah. Great. So today, our special guest, Miss Sharea Ayers from Jubilee, is Juneteenth Jubilee Detroit, right? Mm-hmm. And so we're honored to have you here with us today. We want to talk about
Juneteenth, Jubilee, Detroit.
Juneteenth,
I love that.
Jubilee, Detroit. Absolutely. So, Sharea, welcome
That's
to
your
the show.
baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So welcome to the show today. We had an opportunity to look at the website, Facebook page. Everything looks really great. But for our listeners today, I want you to just talk to us about what exactly Juneteenth, Jubilee Detroit is. How did it get started? Just give our listeners a rundown of what's going on with the program.
Okay. So Juneteenth Jubilee Detroit is an organization of community members, business owners, and just overall like enthusiasts of Black culture. And we come together to put on Juneteenth events. And it got started because I was actually out with my sister for St. Patrick's Day. And I was looking at all these African Americans wearing green. And I was just kind of irritated because I'm like, they don't even know their own history. And
Right,
here they
yeah.
are wearing green and don't even also know the history between like us and the Irish. So my sister was just like, what are you going to do about it? Like, because I was on my soapbox, like, we need to celebrate ourselves and do stuff and continue
Yeah.
to educate the community and this, that, and the third. So she challenged me, and I talked to my mom, and she like, well, maybe you should start with one of the blackest places here. And so I called the Charles H. Wright Museum.
Okay.
And we partnered with them the first year.
Great.
So that's pretty much how I got started. And then I put it out on Facebook to see who would want to join, and we had about 20 people show up to the first meeting.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was several people I didn't even know, and they turned out to be some of the greatest people I've ever worked with. you know?
Wow.
So that's pretty much how it got started.
Great. So most of the businesses that joined, are they located on the Avenue of Fashions? Is that where they are?
So that's where it progressed to. So the
Okay.
first year, like I said, we partnered with the Wright Museum, and we did like a festival and afterglow there, and that turned out to be great. Then the second year, due to COVID, we did a live stream, and that was on Facebook and Instagram. And we did that at the building. Daniel J. Reed owns it's literally called the building, but we did a live broadcast there. And then this year, in celebration of economic nationalism, we did it on the Avenue of Fashion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's why we chose that area, because that's one of the oldest Black business districts and a concentrated area of minority women-owned business too. So
Yes.
Yeah.
that's
and
why we did
that's
it
such
there.
a beautiful area.
It
In
is.
the
Yeah.
summertime, it's just the parking is to be is to be desired, but just the whole decor is wonderful. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the Avenue of Fashion.
It's the Avenue
for
of
sure.
Fashion. And I've seen a lot of little things pop up over there, cake thing and some other things.
Yes.
New restaurants.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
It's
My mic is coming.
Well, I'm curious now because I just started working full time in Eastern Market.
Okay.
It's my first
Where?
job, like in the city. Sod Meat Distributors,
Okay, cool.
and so I any and all of your halal protein needs. I'm the guy to
Right.
call.
Are you serious?
I'm
Absolutely.
100%
He's
serious.
Oh, I can call you?
dead serious.
Crazy serious.
Meats?
All the meats,
Right.
Yes,
All the
indeed.
meats.
except for the pork. Can't get no pork.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Hey.
But I'm wondering which avenue is the Avenue of Fashion.
Livernois.
Livernois.
So in
Livernois.
between 6 and 8 Mile.
Okay.
Yep.
It is beautiful.
Nah, you don't
Eric.
know that. No, I'm just
It's
playing.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh, there's all kinds of things I don't know.
I'm messing with you, Eric.
It's beautiful though. It's a beautiful strip, Eric. You gotta
is.
check it out. It's really nice. It's
For
a
sure.
great strip. Yeah, it's a great strip. So what when you had the celebration so you had one in person and then you had to go virtual the year after that, right?
Yep.
So kind of talk to us about what was the in person like. I mean, what was it?
So
What was
the
the setup
first
like?
one, because
Yeah.
we had 2 in person now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first one that was in person, like I said, it was like a festival. We had things going on indoors and outdoors.
Kids,
so we had
families, whatever, everybody.
Yes,
Got it.
like we had a lot. So the thing is, the primary goal is to educate, activate, and celebrate Juneteenth. And you all are familiar with the holiday, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So basically at the Wright Museum, we had like seminars going that hit on mental health, physical health, financial well-being, and then we had another room that was dedicated to the kids, and it was like a program with dancing and poems and artists, and it was and they like made dolls in there. So it was one room for that. Then we had a STEM room where they were like learning about STEM and actually doing tactile things, and that was in partnership with NABWIC, the National Association of Black Women in Construction.
Okay.
And then Colleen Jones put on the kids program in the other room I spoke of. And then it was vendors, so people were buying stuff. And then outside we had a whole program with entertainment and music and stepping, everything So it was something for everybody. And then we had the Afterglow, which was spearheaded by Terry, and she did an amazing job too. So it was like the turn up. We had everything the first year.
The Afterglow.
Yeah. So
and this was all the Charles H. Wright Museum.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
So this is once a year, Juneteenth. So you partnered the first year with the Wright Museum. Second year was
at the building. So
At
we
the
just
building,
did
okay.
a broadcast of a program.
gotcha.
So it wasn't really a partnership as much as it was just like we had some dance, we had some speakers from the community. So it was just a program online. Yeah.
So the upcoming event will be June 2022. So is that kind of like still in the making of who's going to be partnering with you and kind of seeing how to formulate that?
Well, this year we did
That sounds
the
exciting.
stroll on the Avenue of Fashion.
Oh, that's nice.
So they want us to do it again.
Oh, that
and
sounds
we agreed.
cool.
Yep. So what we're in the process of doing now is tweaking the
Yeah.
stroll, because this year we did and it turned out to be great.
Yeah.
But it's a couple edits and things that we want to do. So we'll be back on the Avenue of Fashion next year. But we're also working on partnerships to try to get like a whole weekend together. So, but also another committee member, Dennis Williams, he's in the making of trying to do a parade to lead to the
That
shopping
sounds
day.
kind of like what I was thinking. Like it sounds like an opportunity like for a parade and kind of like a stroll in a
Yep.
sense. So then those would be like a parade of Juneteenth, maybe historical people or maybe African American.
organizations, groups. So
Okay.
Yeah.
the idea, like I said, honestly, Thursday I met with the president of the Michigan chapter of Juneteenth.
Okay.
And then I also met with a young lady who is affiliated with Juneteenth Detroit Festival. So they have like a couple things going
That's downtown.
as well.
That's held downtown.
I think so.
Okay.
Or like Midtownish too.
Okay.
But so just trying to figure out how we can work on affiliate marketing and things of that nature. And then we've also been in talks with Juneteenth and the D. So it's a lot of different groups that are doing things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
And just trying to figure out how we can, because we all have a similar goal of uplifting the
course.
community. So
Yeah.
just trying to figure out and hone in logistically how all of this could work.
Yeah.
But as of now, the talks are of doing another shopping day on the Avenue of Fashion with a parade leading into it.
You know, one of the things that surprises me is that, you know, having graduated from HBCU, that was Juneteenth was something that, you know, obviously was discussed.
Yeah.
But, you know, being a teacher in school, I don't remember walking into a classroom or seeing it anywhere in any curriculum ever at all. And I think a lot of people, it really hit a lot of people last year after the George Floyd murder and all of those events. That's when it was really talked about. And I'm like, wow, that just kind of got skipped over, right?
It does. I think like even in my remembrance coming up in Minneapolis, you know, in my teenage years, I recall it being brought up when we went to like Pan-African activities and things surrounding just our culture. You had to be around people that were kind of like conscious and put it in your face of this is, you know, our holiday. This is, you know, what we do to celebrate it. And so, yeah,
So
obviously it's people that are like Sharea here that are conscious and bringing it to the forefront.
Absolutely. But so why do you think it's not in the forefront like that? What do you think that is?
Well, honestly, it's kind of been like a trend, unfortunately. So, of course, with newly emancipated people, you know, it's big in the 1860s. And then as people continue to move with the Great Migration and things of that nature, they took it to different places. But again, you know, they also ran into issues of discrimination and things of that sort. And in Galveston, I'm sorry, it wasn't in Galveston. I think it was in Houston, if I'm not mistaken. But they got the word in Galveston, and that's why we celebrate the holiday. But then a few newly freed people and some pastors, they put their money together to create Emancipation Park to actually celebrate Juneteenth, because there weren't any parks that were open for African Americans to actually join anywhere, literally in the country, due to Jim Crow. So, anywho, so again, it was a big surge of people celebrating around the time, and then it kind of died down, and then it came back during the 1960s in regards to popularity,
Right.
and of course died down a little bit. And like you said, it kind of reemerged now because we know it's a federal holiday.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
in Michigan, it was declared a holiday before the states. Before the U.S., like all 50 states.
Federal, right.
Exactly. So it was a state holiday before it was a federal holiday. So the whole thing is just a matter of, it's people who have been celebrating Juneteenth for years in like little pockets. But now I think with all of the trauma and the tragedy that we saw from being closed in at home and just it all being in your face, like, of course that gave people, of course it made them angry, but it also gave them a sense of pride. Like, we really need to band together, because unfortunately we're in the 21st century and things are still repeated in regards to our people.
Yeah, but no, kudos to you for beginning, something that you saw that a need for and say, hey, I'm going to do something about it. So, like, since you started Jubilee Juneteenth, has anything, like, changed as far as, like, how you think about just cultural things or just you personally, like, since you kind of, like, birthed your baby in this...
In the whole process, yes. Just,
even having to bring people together.
Yeah.
Even though you had a good turnout, like you said, your first meeting, people showed up. That's not always the case when you feel like you have a vision for something, you want to birth something. People don't always show up and support. Yeah. Good thing for you, though, that they did. And it caught on and people kind of came on, and then you've had great success because people have partnered with you. So that's just it was like it was just waiting to kind of happen. We were waiting for you, right? And then you just filled the space and people just kind of latched on to that.
Yeah.
So I guess it would be safe to assume that, like, it kind of like cancels out. Hopefully you didn't have any fear, but sometimes people kind of like have fear of, maybe starting something, don't think that's going to be successful. In your case, it was. So
yeah, truthfully, I can't lie. I just never had family members not support me.
Oh, good.
And that's really where it comes from. Like, my family has always...
Like, when they know you're going to do something, they behind you.
Well, not only that, it's just like, my mom just didn't teach me to be fearful. And my family just was like, all right, so what you need? You know, like,
that's cool.
It was just never a doubt, because it was like, throughout the years, whatever ideas I've had, whether they've been unorthodox or not, then it's always like, all right, well, what you gonna do? How you gonna do it?
Yeah,
like, what
that
you
challenge.
need. And that's basically it, because before Juneteenth, I had decided, out of kind of anger as well, to start a Black History trivia. So it was called Blackout Trivia.
Oh, cool.
And I used to do it prior to the pandemic at various bars and had contracts, and people would come out and play trivia around, like, Black history, life, and culture and things. And we had good turnouts there too. And, like, we would get paid, of course, because we go to a bar on a slow day.
And bring people in.
Exactly. So
cool.
The whole thing was like, even when I told my people I wanted to do that, they were like, okay, well, what days is it going to be? Like, it's just, I've always had supportive family members, so I never really had that doubt or fear that I couldn't do something.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So let's talk about some of the people who are part of this with you. Can we talk about some of them? Who they are?
It's a lot of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the core people.
It's a lot of them.
He want to know the featuring.
Yeah.
He trying to see who you got.
We got Colleen Jones. We got Terry. Well, her business is Terry Bloom Designs, but Chad King of Black Bottom Gun Club. We got Dennis Williams of La Crepe Royal Oak. We have Jaja Hubbard of Yeah, I Said It. We got D Hobbs, and he has a number of, like, comedic things that he does online. So he's like an influencer. He ain't got a regular day job, but he's pretty hilarious.
And some of these places you're naming, I've never heard. That's why I wanted to know, right? Because I've never heard.
It's a whole nother community within a community.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And this whole show is about uplifting,
and we're definitely going to be involved. So you make sure you keep us. Well, I know Chris is, of course, but I want to be involved.
Oh, we're going to be a proud supporter.
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely. Because I saw it on the website.
I want to be in a parade.
I am for it.
So Melodic Retirement Services, as well as the Real Nonsense Podcast, we're going to be a proud supporter of this event.
I am for it and excited.
Absolutely. Just tell us what to be, what to do. We're there.
Come with my Afrocentric.
Hey, look, little dashiki.
my dashiki and my hair wrap.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's get. Well, I can't do anything to my hair because obviously that's
we can put you on one of them king hats.
Yeah.
I mean, they got
more
units
crown
for a
hats.
bald head now.
Who?
You can get a man weave.
Hold on. So hold on. Let me tell you what's so crazy about this, right?
I just want to say that I feel personally attacked.
Why? You can come with a dashiki on too, Eric.
You ever see me without a hat on, though?
Oh no, that's
You need
right.
a man weave too?
Yeah, all right there.
So look.
Uh-oh. Lord have mercy.
So I saw this on Facebook and I thought it was a joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my wife showed me these videos of men actually getting like a weave. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
I've been bald since 04. I'm good.
I can't even imagine you with hair though.
Oh, I had a lot of hair.
Oh.
I had a lot of hair. Yeah.
I can't see it now.
I shaved it off on my own. Yeah,
Oh.
I just decided I didn't want it anymore. But yeah, I had a lot of hair. Yeah, interesting. A man weave. Wow.
Yep.
No, we're not. We're
units
not gonna do man weave, but we will do a dashiki and
Because
stuff
it's
like
cheaper
that.
than the hair implants.
A hair implant for who?
Remember they was taking the hair,
Yep.
taking the plots out and taking it from
The
places.
bag, right.
You guys
Yeah,
are-
and put
you
it,
guys-
planted in the front.
you guys
that
are
stuff was
ridiculous.
expensive. They was buying it too.
No way
Yeah.
in the world.
Thousands of dollars.
That's a little bit too much. That's too much. Really? Are you guys are serious?
Yeah.
Wow. I can't do that. I
That's the
can't
whole
do it.
thing.
Eric, man weave? Are we doing man weaves? Do we?
No, we're just gonna accept the Aryan poster boy look, and we're going number 2 guard, all front to back,
Hey, yeah.
and I'll just deal with it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do.
right with it.
So I see the posters. I see the posters here on your Facebook page. So the planning has already started
Yes.
for this year. It's
Yes.
already underway. Everything's underway. So without giving away too much, what's in the works right now for this?
So, last year we also worked with the Motor City Business Roundtable and the Avenue of Fashion Business Association. So, of course, we're still in talks with those two organizations, and just really trying to figure out what the parade logistics are going to look like, because District 2 has a new council person, so I need to meet her.
Oh, District 2 person got approved. You walk in the parade in the district.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
we got to shut down some streets. And
Right, and you need
exactly
approval for that.
Yep. And so we just want to make sure that everything is in alignment. You know,
Yeah.
we're doing,
Was it hard getting through that red tape?
of course.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, even with last year, with all of the things we had to submit for COVID. Well, not last year. Excuse me.
Okay.
This year with COVID protocols, and then you can only be so far out on the sidewalk because they have those extended sidewalks on Livernois. But for the businesses, they only have 3 feet in front of their business that they can take up.
Okay.
If they go past 3 feet, then they have to get a permit. So it's just a lot of different logistics and, as you say, red tape and politicking that you got to do to get stuff going.
Yeah.
See, the audience can't see this, but I had a lot of hair.
Oh, let me see that.
Like I had the Teddy Riley going. Like y'all just
you
don't
did.
know.
You went through phases in life.
Oh,
Let me
I
see
was
this
I was
camera.
big sexy, like for real. I'm letting you know, like it was there.
Dog. Yes,
Yeah.
you was. You was
Oh yeah,
Teddy P.
yeah.
Come
We
on
got
and
our
go
own
with me.
thing.
Look at that. Come on over to my place.
Right, come on over to my place. Yeah,
All right, we heard a little note in there.
yeah. You know.
I'm scared of you. I'm sick you got off like that with all that hair.
You just get tired of it after. You get tired. I got tired of it. I just really did get tired. I don't like men touching my head. It just got to be too much for me.
Okay.
To go to a barbershop and just have somebody touch my head all the time, I just got
was like-
irritated.
you was
Yeah, I got
okay.
tired of that.
like,
Absolutely tired of that.
interesting.
Absolutely. So, how do people who are very interested in getting involved with this? How do they sign up? How do they get involved? What's the
Well-
quickest, easiest way?
They can message me on Facebook, or they
Okay.
could go to the webpage and message me. So
So did they become members?
if they want, it depends on what they want to do. Because
Oh.
I've had people approach saying they want to have a seat at the table, and then they become part of Juneteenth Jubilee Detroit. So, like for instance, Keisha Lewis, who is a newer member, she was very, very instrumental, and she's like big in the financial scene and worked at a few banks and big in Black culture and whatnot. And she's a AKA, and she just does a lot. But the whole
She said, "I
thing,
want to sit at the table."
yeah.
And what does
like-
that require?
So coming to the meetings, making sure that you like giving good input and being reliable. Like one thing, like I said, with the people who showed up the first year I made the call, thankfully, like I said, those were the best people I had ever worked with because they were people who did what they said they were going to do.
Okay.
And it's sad.
Reliable.
Yeah, reliable.
Yeah.
But it's sad that we live in a society where people are not about their word.
Yeah.
So-
it does suck.
It does.
So what about some of the major institutions around Detroit, like school districts and Big Three and those type of companies? Have you guys approached them, and are they interested in?
Yeah, we have. I mean, but again, as sponsors, we've reached out, and last year we had a lot of community sponsors,
Nice.
and they were the ones that were able to like pay for everything, which I am so thankful for. But it is a lot with that because that's something that I had to learn to do.
Yeah.
Like just learning how to fundraise, learning how to have the verbiage correct, and figuring out who to contact for what, So that was the main thing. But yes, we have reached out to them, and as I said, with this year being like Juneteenth as a federal holiday, there was a lot of people reaching out to
Because they want to be a part of that now, federal, get that credit.
Yeah, exactly. But it was also a lot of organizations reaching out to these places. So, needless to say, that's why we're kind of in talks of unity because if all these small groups are doing things and we all have common goals. It's important that we all get together,
So what's the Greek world like? I mean, I'm Greek, but what's the Greek involvement been in this process for you?
Well, I am not Greek, but we do have three committee members that are Greek. So they have brought in people. So Dennis is a Sigma, Chad is an Alpha, and as I said, Keitra is an AKA.
Okay.
So they have, brought in people in regards to volunteering as well as just getting the word out with the marketing piece, which I really can't even ask for much more because they have access to so many different people.
Yeah.
See, everybody we've had on this show from the inception of the show until you has been somebody who lives in a community, has a community business that supports the community, or is doing something that's not directly located in the community but impacts the community, right? Because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to connect people together so that we can support each other. So we had Ibram. Andre would have been a great guest to have you guys in here together. He used to be a dean with the school district, but now he is the executive director of equity, diversity, and inclusion.
United Way.
For United Way.
Yep.
Yeah, so that would have been great.
And they just had a scholarship that they gave out too that ended like November 30th for nonprofits that they probably would have,
So we got to connect you with Mr. Ebron. That'd be great.
For sure.
Because I'm sure he would really be, supportive and enthused about that.
Yeah, and it sounds like it's an opportunity for more people to get more involved, and that it can really be a big like statewide thing. Because it just sounds like when she started, it just popped off like it really kicked off really good,
and it
sounds like it's growing even more, even with it being a federal holiday, like you said.
And it should.
So we're excited.
Absolutely
excited. So I'm just looking forward to seeing what it can become, or even more than like this year.
What's your grand vision of what it could become?
To be honest, I'm just open, but my biggest thing is just making sure we impact the community through a palatable way. So I say that because like the celebration is the palatable piece, and meaning like an easier way for people to digest it, because you can't just throw hard stuff in people's face, unfortunately, and then they receive it. And it's a lot of work we got to do in our community. Just so many different factors. Like I said, whether it's from engagement to economics to education, it's just so much.
It's a lot of work to be done.
It is a lot of work. So if you come to a celebration and then you can get, pieces of that, then we can continue to plant those seeds to help people become better for themselves and their communities, So my main goal, to be honest, is to just make sure that we do things so we can still get people the pertinent information. So what that looks like, I'm open. Each year it's changed. So it's going from a festival at the right to production online to a stroll. So honestly, I'm just open to continuing to be innovative, but also just making sure that we stay true to our core, which is to increase our people and educate our people, because it's just a lot that we have to do.
That's a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful thing.
It sounds like longevity.
Yeah.
For sure.
Are most of the businesses on the Avenue of Fashion, are they involved? Are they supporters? Most of the businesses?
Yeah. So we had over 50 businesses that signed up to be a part of the celebration.
Wow.
And what that meant was each business had to either provide a discount, something tangible, or entertainment for the patrons that day. And,
Nice.
Yep. So what we
A
did was
discount.
canvass each store and asked did they want to be a part of it, and then we asked what they were going to do, and then we gave suggestions if they didn't have them, like, well, given the ambiance here, maybe you guys can give out this, or we can plug you all to a local artist and they can do something in your store if you provide, the space and the sound, whatever they need.
Yeah, I have a friend that has a store on Avenue of Fashions, Tornados Cosmetics, Nadanya Muslim.
Yeah, she was a part of it.
Okay, yeah.
Yep,
she used to be
she's
assistant principal over at East English Village. She retired.
Oh.
Bless her soul. But yeah, she has a wonderful store over there, makeup and everything, masks.
Yep.
I bought a lot of
Nice.
masks from her at the height of the pandemic when people were really buying masks like
Yeah.
left and right.
Yeah.
Yeah, fashionable ones.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
This is
Nadanya.
amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's really supportive. Like, anything I've asked her to do, she's like, okay, just let me know. Like, she's
Yeah.
got a good spirit. So, good times, but good people. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to being in this parade.
And what are you gonna do in the parade, Mel?
Be Harriet Tubman. Give me a broom and a gun. And a dashiki.
So Eric, you're gonna have to come to this parade. Right?
I would miss it for the world.
You're gonna have to come. We're gonna have to set up
Me
live.
and Melly is gonna be Big Harriet and Little Harriet.
We're gonna put this live on the air.
Oh, absolutely.
The whole thing.
Listen, I mean, by that time, my girlfriend has been working on an independent, I don't know, history research project. She calls Follow the Timeline,
Nice.
and I can guarantee if once she finds out that this is happening, she'll be very upset if she's not there. So
That's real. So, she a history nerd?
you could say that. You could say that. She's a deep digger, is what she is.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring my grandson out for that. He's 5. He'll be 5. Close
Yeah,
to 5
that'd be
by then.
good.
He would love that.
It's good for kids because,
Yeah.
until we have these conversations, unfortunately, they're not going to, sometimes they're just not going to pick up a book and read it. We need to make it put in their face and say, hey, this is a historical event. This is why. This is who you should pay attention to. So we need people like Sharea to do that because
Yeah, but that requires a whole curriculum change, a whole mind. Actually, it's not about the curriculum change; it's about the mindset to me. Like what's important, right? in
Look,
books.
I've been getting made fun of for being a bookworm, like literally reading too good forever. So yeah, let's change the culture.
Let's change the culture.
This isn't a things used to be some way kind of thing. Like now, the readers have been getting made fun of the
yeah,
whole
but
time.
see,
Absolutely.
we have to train ourselves to read again because even compared to when I grew up, I didn't have a device, I didn't have a cell phone, so I could pick up a book and I could read it. Like now, even with technology and devices and things like that, I have to make myself like put it down and like actually not be distracted and read.
Yes.
You don't have those distractions, Chris?
I don't. I'm not. Wow, do I really want?
Because you've been to school like
Do I want to say this on the air?
aggressively the last 4 or 5 years, so you had to read.
I'm not really a book reader like that.
Oh, you do audio books?
I'm more journal read. I'm more internet read. I'm more news watch, CNN, Fox News, any news.
But
any
even
news.
for
I'm a news
textbooks like
junkie.
education, to
You
become
know,
Dr. Rogers, you had to do a lot of reading.
I did, and I think that's what kind of shut me down for a minute.
Okay.
All the books and journals and everything I had to read like repeatedly. But I do stay in tune with what's going on around me, and and how I can impact that or how it's impacting me. But in terms of I'm gonna go home and read this book today, I haven't done that. But it's a good idea. I thought about I'm gonna start a book club one day and just get a book and just have people read it,
Yeah.
same book, and we just sit down and talk and have drinks and just talk about the book, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not a book reader. I can't remember the last book I read front to back. I just can't remember. But I need to start.
I mean,
for sure.
But the good news is about the future. Now that we got the devices and the phones and everything, is that a determined reader can just go and download an amazing pile
Absolutely.
of PDFs and get a hold of books that you never would have been able to get a hold of.
Yeah.
Like you would have had to go to every library in Metro Detroit
And
to
if I-
find.
Yeah.
And
they're
if I read a
available.
book, it's going to be a PDF
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, it's not gonna be a regular.
No.
Why not?
No. No. It's no. I don't. I'd rather read it on a computer or screen. I don't know why.
I mean, I guess eco-friendly wise, that's good, but I would.
So I used to get put out the library. I'm not. I
want to
just.
read it on the screen.
I got put out the library. In college, they said don't come back. Like don't come back to the library. Not this semester. You talk
Yeah,
too
we got to
much.
get better about that. So I guess it doesn't matter if it's on PDF or hard, as long as you read.
Yeah, as long as you
Right.
read. Yeah, yeah. But
Right.
I mean, a lot of people. My mom, when I was growing up, just had books everywhere, like books. She read books all the time, and there were books. You name it, it was there.
So, question for you, because I am now in Michigan just over 19 years, going on 20 years.
Oh, you're a Detroiter.
Yeah, I'm a Detroiter.
You're a Detroiter for
but,
right
but I just visited the oldest known black bookstore, and I'm gonna say the name. And yeah, so it's new to me after 20 years. So Nandy's Knowledge or book not.
Where's
okay,
that?
See what I'm talking about?
Where's that?
Exactly.
I've been to Nandy's.
You been to Nandy's?
I've been to
I
Nandy's.
had just went to Nandy's last week on a Thursday.
Oh wow, I never.
It's
been
a
to
bookstore,
Nandy's.
but on Thursday they have like expression and artists, and they come and they do their open poetry and their microphone stuff and all that stuff. And so this gym that people come into Detroit and Michigan to even visit, I've been here 20 years and never knew about it,
Wow.
but you knew about it. See what I'm talking about?
You've been to John King?
Nope.
Oh, it's the only bookstore you actually need a map for. I highly recommend it.
John
The
King.
John King bookstore.
The John King. Where is that?
I want to say, is it on Brush? Just
Ain't
off
it
the
like-
lodge? I know it's
Yeah.
right off the lodge, like literally whatever exit it is.
Around the
But
corner from the
Sharea, have you been
casino.
to Nandy's on a Thursday?
No, I haven't, but I know about it
Okay.
because Colleen, who was on the committee, she's real big on the art scene.
Okay.
She's a poet, and
Let's just
She
let's
knows
just do
about
big
everything.
ups to the underground art scene in Detroit that you have to be a part of the underground like community to know about it.
yeah, that's fair.
Oh, so I'm not underground enough.
No, you're not.
Okay, I
but
got
I'm
it.
about to bring the underground to us.
Okay,
So
so-
people that's watching, we're gonna we want people from Nandy's House of Knowledge or Cafe of Knowledge, right?
Yep.
I met the oldest living member of the Black Panthers, brother Baba. Yeah, these people.
The oldest living member of the Black Panthers.
That's correct.
Wow.
He's here in Detroit.
Wow. Didn't know. Didn't know. Are you chronologizing this through pictures or anything like that every year? Are you guys like building some type of your own little
Visual
museum or something
memories.
like that?
Oh, I don't know. That's a great idea.
It is a good idea,
all
Chris.
the pictures are on Facebook. That's
Yeah,
about it.
and we had a photographer here, Jared Davis. He was just here about a week or two ago. Last week,
Sounds
actually.
good.
Yeah, Davis was here last week. So yeah, I think, yeah, I would be great to see that, like from
Visually?
inception.
Yeah.
Yeah, visually.
For sure. Yeah, that'd be like a catalog.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that until literally this year because we had a photographer donate his services with Go Riddler Imaging.
Yeah, I saw that
And-
on your thing.
Yeah, and so he captured a lot of behind the scenes stuff and kind of encouraged me to take pictures of us in all of these boxes, meeting on Zoom all the time to kind of talk about the process. But I had never even thought about it until then. So
Yeah. Well, it sounds like, I mean, like she said, it's formulating kind of as you go, and you're open to. So that's a nice suggestion, Chris,
it is.
Yeah.
that she can just add that. Yeah, because it reminds me, I was looking at the Black is Beautiful art piece. I don't know if you guys are aware. It's an artist that created. I think it's kind of like the theme from what Beyonce and Jay-Z did with Black is King. They took it from the Black is Beautiful art kind of theme that's out there from this artist. And so, yeah, pictures are worth 1,000 words. So it's a lot of maybe a message that can be shown through a picture. So even if a person's not there, they can see the picture years later, and it can still have an impact.
The mayor's office on board with this? Have you talked to anybody in the mayor's office?
Well, this year they were on board, so we'll see if they decide to participate again next year. So
Well, community involvement was part of their platform, so community uplift was definitely part of their platform.
Yep.
I saw you had Mr. Garland there. Yeah, I saw that. So that's a wonderful thing, Lieutenant Governor.
Okay.
Yeah, beautiful.
But Mayor Duggan, and specifically with Alexis Wiley,
Right.
she was instrumental in getting things donated, and so they were giving out waters and lemonade and stuff like that.
That's beautiful.
So, we did have a lot of people involved, and like I said before, I couldn't have asked for better people to be a part of Juneteenth Jubilee Detroit and the celebration. But the biggest thing is, too, it was also an election year this year, so so we'll see.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes politics. Wow,
Exactly.
Put that
So
on the.
We'll see how that
interesting.
goes
Yeah.
for next year with that.
See how passionate you are about this type of event or topic.
We really gotta come out and really. We have to really support our businesses. Like I teach I teach at Henry Ford, and a lot of my students are from the Middle East, and the support that exists in that community is tremendous in terms of the networking that goes on and all those type of things. And it's not something that can't be emulated and done somewhere else.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of where do you really want to go, how fast do you want to get there, and what does it mean to you, I think. And I think that's something that we need to put on the table in the community and say, hey, listen, there's enough for us to help each other, and we can still all be successful at the same time. We don't have to be like crabs in a barrel. We can actually help each other, and we can actually all get ahead.
Yeah.
And again, that's part of the reason for this platform, because Mel and I have supported, 10 entrepreneurs so far?
Yeah.
Easily. And we're going to continue to do it.
Absolutely.
Until it ends.
And I think that just goes back to what you were saying beforehand about changing the culture. And again, that's why we celebrate, because we know that our people like to celebrate. Not even just our people. People like celebrating, period.
People like having a good time.
They do.
Right.
And so that's
music
why I said,
and eating.
Exactly. So if you provide that, that's when you can hit people with some of the heavier things that we really need to address. Because even like you were saying, yes, collective economics is a big thing. And honestly, we haven't gotten to where we were without collective economics. And even also to the point of reading, this year, because it was all a blur with 2020 and 2021. But
absolutely.
I had finished this book called A Shining Thread of Hope, and that's what even was the motivation for this year's stroll on the Avenue of Fashion, because I learned about the Housewives League of Detroit. Excuse me. So I didn't even know about these women until
Housewives what?
League of Detroit.
Never. Wow.
Okay, what is that?
So the Housewives League of Detroit started in the 1930s. Now, mind you, that's during the Great Depression, which was one of the worst economic time periods in our history, right?
Absolutely.
So a woman named Fannie B. Peck made the call to 50 other of her homegirls, and they came together and they had 3 goals. And that was to buy black, support black businesses, so buy black products, support black businesses, and patronize black professionals. And so what they did was, because they also understood their power with the dollar, being housewives. Like, at a time, because it was still oppressive, at a time where men brought home the money, they're like, but we control the spending. So they went to various stores and merchants within different pockets of the city of Detroit that were black, and they look to see if they followed those 3 criteria. So if they didn't have any black people working there, they didn't sell any black products, and it wasn't a black business, they put them on a no-shop list. And so during that time period, they were able to secure 75,000 jobs for African Americans, and it grew from Detroit to other black cities like Cleveland and Chicago, and it just expanded. So the whole thing is, if these women could do that in the 1930s, where we didn't have as much technology and it was mostly by word of mouth and things of that nature, what are we doing now?
Yeah. This is true.
See, that's why we joke and say book reading, but I'll be honest with you. I get a lot of my education from human interaction. Human interaction is probably 75% of how I'm educated and how I've been educated. Because I didn't even know that. I've never even heard of that.
Right, me either.
Never. Wow.
It's powerful.
Wow.
Because the bottom line is, and this brings, a big light onto, like you say, economics, and how do we capitalize off of networking and utilizing each other instead of everybody else capitalizing off us, because we the ones spend the most money, and that's just facts.
It is.
So how do you think Juneteenth Jubilee Detroit could actually help in that vein?
So that's why we had it on the Avenue of Fashion. So that was the first thing, because they got hit
strategically.
hard. Strategically.
Right. Okay.
Because they got hit hard back to back. In 2019, they had the streetscape, so that hurt the businesses. Then 2020, we had COVID.
Right.
So the whole thing was, we strategically chose that area because that is a concentrated strip of black businesses. And one of the
greatest
oldest black,
concentration.
and one of the oldest black business districts in the country.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is, like, I chose them from being inspired by the Housewives League of Detroit. And I was like, okay, if they did something with economic nationalism, I want to do something this year too. So, thankfully, a couple of my friends, they put me in contact with Dauphin Michael, who is the director of the Avenue of Fashion Business Association, and I pitched it to him. And at first I was nervous because he was like, well, who are you? And I didn't even know how to answer that. Like, what you mean? Like, who are you? You
Right.
know,
Like, how do you even answer someone? Somebody
Yeah,
ask you something like
like-
that. What did you say? I am.
I was just like, I am Charlene's daughter. Like, Larry, you know, like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer this. Like, is this an interview question? And then, like I said, being a Detroiter, I instantly got offended. Like, I don't know you either. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
But who would have known that he turned out to be like an amazing person? But honestly, I was like, well, you know what? I can show you better than I can tell you. You just let me know if you're interested. So that was the first round. And then he was like, okay, well, I want you to meet 2 other people who are heavy hitters on the Avenue of Fashion in regards to community work and whatnot. So it was kind of like a interview process. So I went and met with them. And this time I had like paper and like
so tangible.
Exactly.
This is me.
Exactly. Like, here you go. Like, you know.
Don't put me in the corner no more. Asking no
Exactly.
questions like that.
I wasn't ready. So that the next time I came with folders, like check this resume. So and they were excited about it, and they came on, and it flourished from there.
This Black Wealth Matters shirt, is that something that you all sell, or is that something
No,
that...
so Metro Detroit Black Business Association, they're the ones who gave me that shirt, and they've also
Nice shirt.
been helpful with advertising and promoting Juneteenth Jubilee, and they're looking to help and partner for next year as well, in a sense of just trying to like make sure we all promote each other. So they're the ones who sells that shirt.
That's a nice
I
shirt.
like that shirt. Let me see.
Yeah.
Turn around, Chris.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
It is nice. It's a
I need to
very
order
nice
me
shirt.
one.
It's straightforward. Straight to
Yep.
the point.
Cause that's. Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, straight to the point, right?
Cute. Yeah, I
Straight
like
to the
that.
point.
I like that. Black Wealth Matters. Yep. So speaking of Black Wealth Matters, we need to stay connected with people like Sharea and then others that are like me, you know.
Yeah,
and we
for
think
sure.
about, you know, supporting businesses, you know, in Black business, and so. Especially when it comes to like our finances and insurance and things like that. And some of the things that I have been kind of advocating is giving the gift of life. And you know, we talk about life insurance. Most people say, oh, I got it, I'm good, I got it through my job, you know. And so one of the things that I try to educate, you know, just our community and beyond is that you can use your life insurance like your own personal family bank, you know. And so it's not just, you know, death benefits, it's also living benefits while you're alive too. And so those are the things that help fortify our families and fortify our communities and fortify our businesses. And so I try to educate communities and businesses and individuals on how to use it properly. And so to revisit that. And so this is just, you know, my own personal little commercial.
I'm for it.
You know, I'm
definitely
looking here at
for
the
it.
pictures on Facebook. You guys actually had horse riders.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Because that's part of our history as well. That's not
course.
known.
Absolutely. Right. Exactly.
It's
I
a
see the
whole Black
lemonade
Cowboy
stand.
Museum in Denver.
Really?
Yeah.
See? Didn't know that.
Yep.
Wow. I'm excited. I'm excited to get out here in June.
Me too. Because you know what? I can honestly say since I was a teenager, I haven't been involved in like Juneteenth stuff and,
Yeah.
you know, like not like I should, because when I was younger, I do recall like going to universities and being involved in things like that. And I want to be a part of the educational part, because I think it keeps, you know, our students kind of like in touch with who they are. And it's people like us that need to kind of keep it at the forefront so that we can bring life to it.
Absolutely. And that's a great neighborhood to start it, though. Because right down the street, demographically,
Yeah.
down the street
So
near
UAD?
Marygrove.
Or is it Marygrove? Okay.
Yeah, down there. That what's that, 48219? That's like the most educated zip code in Detroit, isn't it? That zip code by yeah.
Is it really?
By
Yeah.
Livernois or
By
48219?
Wyoming. That
Oh.
Mumford area where Marygrove
Oh, yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that 221?
I thought it was 219.
219 is Rosedale.
Okay, well,
Area
that's
Rosedale.
221
It's more
then.
west.
Yeah.
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 Well, then that's supposed to be the most educated. Well, at one time it was the most educated zip code in the city. So that's a good area to have all of that in. It
Yeah.
really is. All up and down Wyoming, Marygrove, all of that. That's just perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good move strategically.
Thanks.
That was a great move.
Smart.
I was just glad they were receptive. But not
To bring it on.
Yeah, I guess now that you brought it up, like, I just went for it because, like, my mom always used to tell me, like, all they can do is say no. Like,
Right.
You right. Like,
Yeah, that's all they can say is no.
yeah, I'm like, so.
How could you say no to something like that, though? It's hard to say no. If you're a business owner and you're a black business owner in a black city,
Yeah.
and it's a topic like that comes and you just say, no, I don't want to do that. That's not a good look, right?
Not at all.
It's not a good look at all. Yeah. That's why we jumped in immediately. We didn't. There was no.
Yeah, because you almost look like you're
Hey, we're
ignorant
in.
when you're not involved in stuff like that. Like, okay,
Hey,
well,
we're in.
what is your cause? What are you here for?
No, we're in all day, every day. We're all in every day. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back with Sharea Ayers from the Juneteenth Jubilee Detroit.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop.
Rescue me, or take me in your arms. Rescue me. I want your tender time when I'm lonely and I'm blue. I need you and your love too. Come on and rescue me. Come on, baby. Take me, baby. Take me, baby.
Feeling chilly? SG Heating and Cooling. Fixing it right, day or night. SG Heating and Cooling is located at 7005 Cooley Lake Road in West Bloomfield. SG offers free estimates on new equipment and 0% interest financing for up to 18 months. Eligible equipment qualifies for rebates from Consumers Energy and DTE. SG will clean your furnace, verify it is working properly, and perform a safety inspection for only $59. SG also offers duct cleaning and sanitizing starting at $300. You can find us on the web at sgheatingcooling.com or call 248-242-6730 today for all of your heating and cooling needs. SG Heating and Cooling, fixing it right, day or night. 248-242-6730.
Do you remember turning 18? Do you remember feeling independent? Was it a cause for celebration? Well, this week, 4 young adults in the state of Michigan will arrive at the age of independence and will lose the support of the foster care system that has seen them through some of the hardest times in their lives. They are tough and intelligent. Some will land on their feet no matter what. But let's talk about how much better the world would be if all of them had the support that allowed you to celebrate your independence. The question is, what can you do? Unring the Bell is a weekly show Tuesday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. right here on Cave Radio. We will be featuring interviews and in-studio guests geared towards creating a support system for these young adults that gives them the best chance to land on their feet and truly celebrate their independence. We will be exploring ways to use the trades, music, art, and technology to unring the bell, and we invite you to join us Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Be there.
Great, and we're back with the Real Nonsense with Chris and Mel.
And Chris was just lying to me, talking about he'll go vegan besides vegetarian. And I'm like, the lies you tell, because first, for number one, vegetarian is no meat. Vegan is no meat and no dairy. So what you gonna eat? Because you do these greedy stops. So what you gonna eat?
Okay, so listen. Okay, so my greedy stops are historic. They're legendary. I make greedy stops.
Okay.
I won't be making any soon, but I'm done as of Tuesday with all that stuff. But I would prefer probably to go. I cut the dairy out before I cut the meat out. I mean, I like meat. I just like meat.
Well, you know what? I want to give a shout out to
I like meat.
The Kitchen with Q on Woodward.
I like
And if
meat.
we can get her to come on the show, that'd be awesome, because I went there and I ate for lunch last
She's
week.
real nice.
And I had the cauliflower wings.
She trying to get a spot on Livernois too.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
You know her? You met her?
Yeah, I talked to her because it's quite a well.
Can
it's
you
about
tell her we
4.
want her to come on the the show?
Yeah, definitely will.
Text her, girl. Tell her, 'cause we trying to get her to come on. Because I want a discount on that meal
Sharea,
plan.
you eating cauliflower wings? Are you?
Yeah.
I think it
Really?
was so yummy.
Like I said, it's a couple of good spots. Right, like you got Joe's
Have you ever
Kitchen.
had cauliflower fried chicken,
Yeah.
They
Chris?
didn't have that at Motor City Soul Food when I stopped the other day.
Well, that's right.
See how you just mess up?
Motor City Soul Food was great.
Okay. I'm going to bring you some
They
cauliflower
just walk
wings.
slow when they're serving you. Just walk
Amanda,
really slow.
make him some cauliflower wings for dinner tonight.
That's funny.
Oh man, so you're into that vegan food?
I just like good food, so you
It's
know.
good food.
So you're a
It
foodie.
is.
You're a foodie too.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I was saying. Like you got Cooking with Q right there. You got Joe Louis Kitchen. Then you got across the street Yum Village and Boy Bob Fair, which I just tried today.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it called
so,
again?
Boy Bob Fair.
Oh,
Bowl by fair. Okay.
Yeah, like after the tree. So it's like East African cuisine, and it's got a nice little cafe.
Is that the
feel.
one with the food truck right there?
I
Because
don't
it's a
know if they got a
Nigerian
food-
food truck right there on Livernois too. Me
Oh,
and Mel
no.
my daughter, she told me she wanted some fufu.
That's Fork in Nigeria, but they're
Okay,
good
it
too.
is,
But
yep.
these 4 spots is right there off of West Grand.
Okay.
Yep. So
is that cake and shake
Or
place
Woodward.
over there too? Is that
Here
over
we
there?
go. Cake and shake.
No, I just saw it on
Sugar.
Facebook.
I ain't seen
I
no
don't.
cake
I,
and shake
I never
over there.
had it, but I saw they just
off
put
of
a
Woodward
big.
and West Grand.
No, Livernois.
Oh well, I mean you got good cakes and bakes.
I don't know. They just they put a whole slice of cake on top of a shake, and it was like,
That sounds terrible.
yeah, I wouldn't eat it.
Like, we already got the sugars in our
Look,
community.
I
Who
would.
needs that? Like,
I wouldn't eat it. I hadn't eaten it, but I just saw it on Facebook, and I said, "Is that in the
Did you
Avenue of
like
Fashion?"
it though?
No, I never
Yeah,
went
he-
there.
oh,
I never
he ain't
went
tried
there.
it yet.
No. Did you like the photo?
I love the photo. I thought it was
See,
cute.
that right there.
That's why he asked him about it. He like, where can I buy this cake and shake thing
He
at?
like, I should
Wait a minute,
bring
hold on.
that here.
What's the man on Buddy Love? I need
The
a cake. I need a cake and shake.
Look, I drove from Novi all the way to Detroit to go to what is it, Detroit 79 Kitchen. It's a food truck.
I don't know.
Okay, incredible. The best food truck I ever ate off of my life. I drove all the way 25 miles to go get it. But no, I don't eat like that. But the picture was great. I thought it was a good idea.
I think
right?
that's a terrible idea.
Cake and shake.
Was that like a big piece of cake on there too?
Yeah, it was pretty big.
You can't eat nothing the rest of the day.
It was
that.
can't even say it.
it was pretty big. But people eat the winner.
Covering up my mouth.
That's not
Just
it.
bad.
I'm going to change for the better.
Okay.
That's
in
my-
2022.
I promise that.
Okay, that's
I'm gonna change for
wonderful.
the better. But I'm gonna go out with 21 with a bang.
That's fair.
Okay.
With a bang.
All right.
Till next Tuesday.
I'm
Till
inviting
next Tuesday.
myself.
Okay. I believe you.
That's fair.
So Sharea, again, people want to support, donate. Again, why don't you tell our audience how they can get in touch with you? Because I think this is a very important event that people need to be a part of, right?
Yes. So they can contact us on our Facebook or Instagram platforms with Juneteenth Jubilee Detroit or Juneteenth Jubilee DET. We also have our website. Well, we use the bit.ly to shorten it, but it's B as in boy, I as in igloo, T as in Tom, .ly, which is Larry Yacht. So bit.ly/Jubilee DET. So you can go to the website as well, or Instagram or Facebook.
Absolutely support the heritage, support the culture.
And I'm just because I'm slightly like ghetto.
Slightly.
Do Juneteenth Jubilee have a cash app for donations?
No, but we do have a PayPal.
Okay.
Yep.
If people want to give out donations,
What's ghetto about cash? Anyway, so go ahead.
because I don't know.
Maybe I
Maybe
don't.
that's just in my own mind.
I think Cash
But
Out was one of the smartest things
I think
ever.
so too.
Ever.
And you're right. I retract that statement because this is definitely about supporting and being
Ever.
able to donate to your cause. So tell people how they can donate.
So if you would like to donate, you can donate via PayPal at JuneteenthJubileeDetroit@gmail.com. So that's who we are under PayPal. So they can give that way.
So you'll catch the real nonsense down at Juneteenth Jubilee Detroit.
Yep.
That week in June. We will be there live. Cameras, everything.
Because you're going to be here in no time.
Oh, we're gonna be there live with the cameras out. We're gonna talk to Sharea
For
again.
real?
Huh?
Dang.
What?
We're going to be out there live?
Oh, we're gonna be out there live. Why not?
Okay.
Let's do it. We got to support. We got to support the culture. We can't have
We
her
hope
here
that
and not
everybody
follow her
listening
home.
that you come and you join us. Just say no. Who was that? Jim Durrell?
Huh?
Oh, okay. We
What?
off?
No.
We on?
We're done. I mean, the video's still running, but
Okay. So we're out. We're out. Okay. So this has been
Till
another
next week?
great. Yep. Till next week. We're out.
All right.
Peace out.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. So we
Just
want
the
to.
way that you say goodnight to me.